Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH. How y'all doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Is everybody clean? Are you crisp? Are you feeling irie today? Let's talk. But first, it's been a few days since we last spoke. I don't know how many people out there believe in higher power, but listen, Jay's pops ain't doing too good. He's going through some things in life. He's in his mid-80s. I posted a picture of me and Dad not too long ago for my mom's 75th anniversary, her birthday. And so got some serious scares. I will be traveling to New York to go see Pops, hopefully to see him doing better. But I'm a very, very, very dedicated family man. So family first before this. So if anybody has a belief in a higher power, I ask my postal family to please throw the prayers up. Truly would appreciate it, because it does work in my faith. All right. Let's move on. I'm gonna try to be as animated as I can. Realize I haven't been posting as much, and there's a lot of information that has been happening. So as you can see, I ain't even have the energy to do a background. And yes, I do Christmas early. Don't judge me. Post office. We love this place and we love to hate this place. But in all retrospect, we're hoping that this 10-year plan that Mr. DeJoy has decided to put into effect has some benefit for all of us. So far, there has been small improvements, even though we don't want to admit it. We have seen some small improvements, but at the end of the day, you can't satisfy everybody. But there are 5 things that need 100% to go into effect before the end of the year of 2024. So all the postal management that watches me, because I am 100,000% sure that they do, I'd like to put this out there on behalf of my postal family. I don't represent the post office. Gotta always talk about that. It's just some things that the post office should do. It would definitely help create a better morale for everybody. First and foremost, information sharing. Information sharing. I know that everybody that runs past me in management, I know that everybody that runs past me in the unions, they can't stand me. And I don't care. I don't. So, but you know why these people watch me? Almost 25,000 people. Is because Jay finds out information and shares it. That's it. I wouldn't have a channel if people didn't come on this channel for information. That's all I do, is share information. And 99% of the time, the information that I share is right there on the web that some other reporter found. The problem is that our upper management wants to create this facade that everything's okay. I believe that the respect would go a long way if you were more honest with the people, the 650,000 employees that work for the post office. If you were more upfront and open instead of trying to create this facade, there would be no need to watch this weird dude on the internet. True, my name ain't even Jay. Information sharing, consolidations. Why is it that somebody got to go dig into somebody else's file and hey, any information about these consolidations comes from the upper management. That means somebody up top is leaking this stuff out. It ain't me. I never met DeJoy. Somebody up top is leaking this stuff out. It's passing it down, then it gets on the dark web, then it shows up to the light web, and then I find it and I just share it. Hey, what's so wrong with letting your fellow workers know, hey, there might be an upcoming issue. You may not have a job within the next 9 to 10 months. This is what Mr. DeJoy is planning now. I'm not saying this is gonna happen. I'm just letting you know, be prepared. You know what? People will respect that more than playing dumb. I don't know. And as far as my union family, because you're still postal workers, most of you. Why doesn't anybody come forward and speak to the people about contracts? Not just the people that show up. Not just to the people that show up. But make it a notice. Look, this is what we have going on. If you got to send some stamps out to members, so what? Send it to their house. Look, this is what's going on. Y'all have the internet. I understand that, but do you not have that time? You have secretaries. I don't really know what goes on behind the scenes of a union. So, I mean, I'm just talking, but I do know what I read. And I read a lot of people very unhappy with the lack of information. Now, you know where I did see a lot of information about unions? When it came down to the Teamsters. And they were speaking about what was going on with UPS. They were talking all over the internet. They were talking to all the news forecasts, all of them forecasters, news people. They were telling everybody what was going on. They kept everybody in the loop. You know how I know they kept everybody in the loop? Because there was people from UPS sharing information with this weird dude on the internet. Their union people was reaching out to me, sending me stuff. That's crazy, isn't it? Now, if I get this information, I'm sure, damn sure that my union, APWU, has the same type of information that they're sharing with me. So it's just a matter of sharing information with the people that basically keep the union afloat. Why are the people asking, hey man, where do my dues go? What happens with my dues? And then a union representative says, well, I don't know. You got to come to the mill. You got to find out. No, just be more transparent. That's all we're talking about, is just transparency, information sharing. Number 2. Yeah, that went on for a minute, but y'all gonna like this list. Number 2. Upgrade your pay system. This damn pay system sucks. It does. It does. Not only for the rural carriers, but for everybody. I just want you guys to think, why are we so outdated with our pay system? This stuff needs to be taken care of before the end of 2024, because we've had way too many problems with our pay system. Why does it take almost a year to get retro pay? Why does a situation occur when thousands of rural carriers don't get a paycheck? Why is it when the new people start working, they can't get a paycheck for sometimes a month because they're not in the system yet? What kind of system we working with? What kind of AOL 2.0? No, come on, man. We're a government agency. Can you imagine? Can you fathom the FBI? Top of the line. Them coming in one day and they have their paycheck screwed up. Woo-hoo-hoo. We'd have some pissed off FBI agents. How about the CIA? How about our military? We're a government agency. Why can't we have a decent computer system that can calculate pay? Because we have so many people with the largest federal. Come on, man, step up the game. We really need to get that right. I remember it had to be 2018, I believe. And I worked and there was a slight pay adjustment. And I don't even think I even got it to this day. It was like 2 years before it was less than $100, but it was more of a principle for me. And then the union got to go and they put a request in to get it fixed, and then upper management, it's just like, come on, man. Really fix the pay system, man. We're not even talking about the pay. I'm talking about what needs to be fixed before the end of 2024. Number 3, scheduling. Scheduling. All this stuff creates a better morale. Trust what I tell you. I don't make this stuff up. Creates a better morale. Scheduling. And most of this has to do with lack of workers, I guess. But it's also having to do with the lack of knowledge from some of upper management, where they don't know how to They don't know how to create an effective schedule with a lot of just in cases. Guess my laundry's done. I got to get a woman take care of this stuff. Not saying that all women do laundry. I'm just saying I got a lot of stuff to do. Shh. Can you stop? It's just ringing in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Scheduling. Some people just come in, the CCAs and the new people, and their schedules are all over the place. That's so that they can get a feel for all the different routes. I get it. What happens when somebody's home? Think about this. What happens when somebody's home and then they get a call? It was their day off. Oh, I forgot to put you on the schedule. This happens at stations all the time. Well, so that's your bad. Don't answer the phone. Come on, why do people need to play that game? This is a federal agency. Why do people have to play that game? Just don't answer the phone, they don't pay your bill. Now, I've said that in my videos before, but at this point, it's become silly. Why should not answer my phone? Hey, how you doing? What's going on? Oh man, I need you in here. I forgot to put you on the schedule. That sounds like a personal problem that you forgot to put me on the schedule. But if you need me, I have the option to say yes or no. Right? Right. Okay. Now, if I say no, because I have other things going on, you don't hold this against me, right? Right. That's not the case. And this is where a lot of the training should go into effect for a lot of the supervisor people in managerial positions. They need to learn how to do scheduling effectively. Do you think that they run into this stuff over at Walmart, Amazon, UPS, FedEx? No. That's because they don't call out all the time. They have the same amount of call outs. But it's a matter of system of checks and balances. Think about that. Scheduling. Last minute call-ins and all that other stuff. And there has to be some boundaries to it. You can't just call people in. You know, I was watching. I read that a postmaster went to somebody's house to tell them that they needed to be to work. A postmaster. And I sent this little clip over to Mailman Nick and Westside Dave, and they were like, man, I wish a mother would show up to my house. A postmaster showed up to somebody's house and said that they, I think it was a rural carrier, they needed to be to work or else. What? Come on, man. Come on. What constitutes an emergency to you is not an emergency to me. No. Lack of planning and scheduling on your behalf is not an emergency on my behalf. I understand that we have a need that we need to fulfill to our customers. But at the same time, get your act together and we'll follow suit. If this ain't the main purpose of this video, get your act together and people will follow suit. Now, typically, that would be ideal for a regular organization, but this is the post office. And that ain't necessarily the case because you have a person that's really good in managerial skills and not everybody's going to fall into place, which leads me to number 4. Set new standards and criteria for the people that they hire. Yes. Jay said it. Because some of the people that write me, I'm like, what? You did this to yourself. What? Suppose I had a vacation planned already. Are they going to just like wait? I mean, like vacation's like 3 weeks from now, but they want me to start in a week. And my response is, well, do you need the money? Well, yeah, but I need a vacation. Well, you got enough money for vacation, so I guess. And I mean, that's me looking at it from a managerial standpoint. There's so many people that have gone through this process. So many people are waiting for this process to come to end and they can't get there. And you got in, but you got to go on your vacation. You know, that's a decision that you have to make. But they need to set new standards and they have to put some things with these tests. Now, the tests were kind of the thing that put me on the map initially. And it's more of a common sense style test. You know, I always say, I answer the extreme of every answer. That way, a lot of you people that are watching me, you know, I kind of walked you through how to get in. But the criteria has to be different because I hate to say it, but a lot of the new blood that we have coming in here, they're in there for a paycheck. That's it. Now, my ex-wife made this comment and it had me cracking up. She was like, you know, I ain't here to work. I'm here to collect a check. And that's a lot of people's mentality nowadays. I'm not here to work. I'm here to collect a check. And I said, that reminds me a lot of mail handlers on the dock. Don't get mad, mail handlers. But that's kind of how it is. When I see them standing around for 4.5 hours and they got a full 3.5 hours of solid work and the rest is just trying to figure stuff out. You know, I ain't here to work, man. I'm here to collect a check. That's kind of the thing that I see. And it ain't just mail handlers. I pick at rural carriers. I pick at clerks. You know, it's just, everybody does it now. But they have to change the standards. And yes, that's Jay looking at it from a managerial perspective. Change the standards. You know, one of my peoples, one of my aces, you know who you are. My man's that hook up my cups that you guys can go and get some cups. Holiday time's coming. His wife does, but he was telling me today, he's like, yeah, man, they want me to sit here for an hour. Sit here to do what? Oh, I gotta wait to go to the next stop. You gonna sit here for an hour? I know what we get paid. Really? Because they couldn't fill the space. But that's to no fault of his own. But that goes back to scheduling and planning. So all of this stuff ties into each other. There's a lot of downtime that we have, and we still complain. We complain and we complain. This is truth. This is truth. Last but not least, number five, which should be most important. Upgrade this damn postal equipment. My guy, my gyal, my familia, orale vato. What is wrong with this equipment? We got GPCs. When we roll them out the truck, the wheel fall off. We got BMCs, OTRs, whatever y'all want to call them. Bins, kins, whatever y'all call them. You know how heavy those things are without anything in them? When you load them up and then the wheel fall off. Come on now. We got to get better equipment. But let's rewind. Let's rewind back to the people that we bring here, because the equipment doesn't get damaged on its own. The equipment gets damaged by the people that utilize this equipment. Forklift drivers tear that shit, boom, pow, boom, knock a wheel off. They don't care, right? Tear doors up, tear stuff up. Leave a GPC loaded to the top, rip the wheel off and tell the truck driver, you'll figure out how to get it off. What? Okay. Upgraded postal equipment. We need the equipment because it ain't safe. How many people out there have been on leave specifically because the equipment wasn't good? Something rolled over their toe because it was jammed. Imagine pushing a cage loaded with UBBM, to those that know. Loaded, and one of the wheels is just jammed or it's flat. Ka-dunk, ka-dunk, ka-dunk. Yeah, truck drivers hate it. You throw your back out. How about the ramps at your stations that don't work? When the truck driver get there, he got to lift the lip and let it down. Ka-dunk. Tear your hand off. Upgraded postal equipment. How about the LOVs and FFVs? Horrible. It's coming, hopefully. But by the end of 2024, we need these things. Upgraded postal equipment. The machines. Anybody that work at a plant? Please, the first person that raises their hand that says that they've gone through one full week without hearing over the loudspeaker, we need a mechanic to DB number 3. We need a mechanic to the bundle sorter. We need a mechanic to the ABB. We need a mechanic to the equipment breaks every blood clot there, trust me. We can't fix the equipment. The equipment garbage, trust me. Right? Garbage. The equipment is old. We need some upgraded equipment for efficiency. So because of equipment breaking down, it puts people behind, and then there's a rush. Now, this is where management kicks in. Management says, yes, we got to fix this stuff. Now we usually run 3 bundle sorters, but we only got 2 right now. So now we got to do it double time. The bundle sorter ain't going to run no faster, which means it's going to be a backup, which means it's going to throw people into overtime. But nobody wants to do overtime because they got bad managers, and the managers are going to piss them off the whole time. So then they demand them to stay. You see how all this plays out together? So where the scheduling comes in. Okay, well, look. On Mondays, if there's a need for overtime, you will be utilized. On Tuesdays, there's so many methods to cover systems of checks and balances. We have a lot of negativity going on, and a lot of it has to do. See, I ain't even mentioned money. I ain't mentioned the nasty managers. I ain't mentioned none of that stuff. I mentioned just some of the basics, information sharing. Upgrade the pay machines, the computer system that pays us, scheduling, the boundaries when it comes to scheduling, definitely new standards for the people that we have to hire, because we got some real winners here, and upgrade our system, upgrade the whole system. It's coming, but when we upgrade the system, we have to have people in place that know how to utilize the system and not tear the stuff up. We have too many people here that just don't care. The reason they don't care is because it's been bred into their head that why care? It seems like there's always a management versus workers, and that it doesn't need to be that way. And trust me, I'm not against management. Not against management. I have a lot of manager friends and they watch my stuff and they laugh. They're like, yeah, you know, you're right, man. You know, you're right. Because I tell it what it is. I say exactly what it is. And it's not to directly offend anybody. That ain't the case. It's pretty much to open up some eyes. Because when you guys write me, when you guys send me these videos and you guys tell me your stories, all I do is just turn around, put a little spin on it, put a little animation to it, and share it back with everybody else. And then when I share it with them, and this person was in North Carolina, somebody out in California said, that's crazy. That happens here too. And somebody in Chicago says, man, that is wild. That happens here too. Then people start putting pieces to the puzzle together. They connect the dots. And if that's why people can't stand this channel, I'm sorry. But there's other ways for people to connect the dots anyway. They got Facebook groups. They got Reddit. Me, I just happen to be a face. And people write me for everything. It's your fault, Jay. So, I promise you, post office get all this act together, ain't nobody gonna wanna watch me. But until then, this is JH. Y'all keep family close. You got your family next to you. Make sure you love them, because this job take care of family. But yeah, we out. Ran out of stuff to say.